Hi everyone, welcome to the webinar on hiking trails in New Mexico. We're just going to go over some of the lesser known hiking trails you can find in New Mexico. Most of us that are natives are aware of some of the more well-known hiking trails such as Aguirre Springs and La Luz in Albuquerque and White Sands, maybe Carlsbad Caverns, but there are also quite a few lesser known trails around the state that I wanted to introduce you to. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the slides here. So first I'm going to begin with Wheeler Peak. It's actually the highest peak in New Mexico at 13,000 feet or so. It's located near Taos, New Mexico in the Sangre de Cristo Mountains. It's got about a 16-mile round trip trail. It's beautiful. There's a lake up at the top. It's really a very nice trail. It's a bit of a drive from here, but if you're up in that area anyways, or would like to make a trip up there during the summer months instead of the winter months for skiing, it's a great trip to make during the summer months as well. There are also Tent Rocks National Monument. It's located about 55 miles or so northeast of Albuquerque, and it didn't used to always be open to the public, so this one's relatively new, but it's really cool. They're cone-shaped, like tent rock formations, and they were made by volcanic eruptions several million years ago, and there's a couple of recreational trails, a 1.2 relatively easy mile trail, and then a more difficult 1.5 mile trail. But it's really, really cool. A much closer drive for us down here, or if you're in Albuquerque. It's just a really cool place to visit, though. Also nearby are the Gila Cliff Dwellings. It's a ancient village built within some natural caves about 700 years ago. These are about 40 to 50 miles from Silver City, New Mexico, but it can take a couple hours to get there just because the roads are quite windy and twisty, but there are guided tours available and you can make a day out of it because there are some hot springs nearby. The closer hot springs are nice, but the better hot springs are a little bit further of a hike, so if you're willing to work for it, you can get some great reward for your efforts. Additionally, in Glenwood, New Mexico, also in the Gila National Forest, is Catwalk, New Mexico, and it's an old plankboard walkway that was placed atop a steel pipe that was used to bring water to a processing plant, and it's really cool. The kids loved it. I loved it as a kid when we went there, and I lost a shoe, but and you walk, above the water, and they can look down, and there's some little pools and stuff that they can splash around in, and it's just kind of a neat experience up there in the mountains and among the rocks and stuff. So, we want you to get out there and hike if you can. So I have a little project for us to do, and first I'm gonna share my screen. Now at this point, I'm gonna need you guys to go to your the real-time board that I had you guys sign up for before the webinar, and go ahead and click on that in your Google account. I shared the link with everybody, so I'm going to share my screen with you so we can go to that. Make sure that it's going to share the screen. Just give me 1 minute. There we go. Okie dokie. So here you will see the real-time board, which is a collaborative whiteboard, and you guys should all have access to it through your account that you created, and I shared the link with you through the Google Docs, and you should all be able to get on there. So I would like you guys to split into two groups, and or you can, I guess, if you would also like to make comments on each one, but just kind of make some comments, add your input to what types of hiking items you think would be necessary to hike in desert conditions, and what types of items would be necessary to hike in more forest type conditions. And what you do is you go down here and you click on this little chat icon down here at the bottom, and that'll bring up a chat box. And then when that comes up, if you click on the A, that'll let you type in that chat box. Then you can just click send, and that'll put your comment right up there on the board for us, and we can all take a look at all of your input, and then we can discuss it. So go ahead and take a couple minutes to provide that. Okay. Okay, I see that you guys have added quite a few items that you think you might need. Water, of course, good hiking boots, maybe extra socks, that's a good one. The bug spray, which is great, especially in the forest conditions for ticks and that type of thing. Maybe some type of bear repellent, if so to speak. Also sunscreen, that's a good one. Hats, long-sleeved shirts, shorts, if you've got it. Some type of emergency kit. Don't forget, if you are going out hiking, you need to tell people where you are going and approximately how long you'll be gone. But other than that, you guys pretty much nailed everything for what you would need to bring along with you. So I'm going to go ahead and minimize that and go back to our webinar here. Stop the screen sharing. So now that's going to conclude our webinar. If you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to speak up or use our chat icon over here. Oops, sorry. Have a good evening. And I look forward to seeing you all next week. Thank you.